20. Why do not Catholic priests marry as Protestant ministers do? Once a Protestant minister reproached a young student for his misconduct, to which the latter replied, "Very easy for you to talk so, sir. Luther has declared that it is as impossible to keep from marriage as to go about without clothes or live without nourishment. After this, his opinion, you have married. I would marry too, had I the means, but I am only 20, and the government and the evangelical societies give me nothing as yet wherewith to keep house. So meanwhile I do the best I can." It would prove interesting to know what reply was given by the parson married on the Protestant principle that celibacy is against nature. A Catholic priest would have replied, "Be ye followers of me, as I also am of Christ." 1 Corinthians 11:1. Be chaste as I am, and say not that it is impossible, because what one can do, another also can. Celibacy enables the priest to devote himself wholly to his ministry. On embracing the ecclesiastical state, they pledge themselves with free will, and, after due probation, to observe perfect continence. Although this obligation is not a divine institution, it is nevertheless one of marvelous wisdom. The Church well knew what she was about when she changed the evangelic and apostolic counsel of celibacy into an absolute command for her priests, and the devil knows very well what he is about when he protests against this salutary institution. Were our priests married, do you think they would sacrifice themselves as they do every day? Do you not believe they would hesitate before they entered a place of loath and contagion, and leave directions concerning their bank accounts with next kin and neighbor? And who are the kin and kith of a married man but his wife and children? It is out of question. We can never be reconciled with the idea of a Catholic priest being married. Christian priesthood and the wife's tea kettle will never harmonize. The Protestant parsonship, which, after all, is only a caricature of the priesthood, drags after itself its household like a cumbrous cannonball. Nothing more laughable than what a certain pastor, Mr. Boast, tells of himself in his memoirs. The history of his apostolic excursions, of his preaching, of his diverse vocations, of his change of convictions, is interlarded with ludicrous histories of matrimonial cares, of tin pans and cooking stoves. With his wife, 11 children, 2 servants, 1 piano, and 2 canary birds, the unfortunate apostle parades all around for 15 or 20 years 13,000 pounds of evangelic baggage. How vividly all this represents primitive Christianity, St. Paul and his staff.